Hi, this is your Professor Joseph. Welcome to Cal State University San Marcos. This is Phil 110, Critical Thinking. This semester, which fall 2001 semester, I'll be teaching two critical thinking classes, 43168, 43169. They're the exact same template for both classes. So this video is for both of the classes, either which one you're in. This video will work for both. So we're in 16 weeks. I'll review, consider this video like your first day of class, even though we're not in class. It's like me reviewing the syllabus with you, what's expected of you of the semester, things like that. But I'll start a little bit about myself so you know where I'm coming from. Long story short, I joined the military when I was young. I became an Army Ranger. I was in a special ops unit. Got injured, almost died jumping out of planes. I'm a disabled veteran. Shortly after I got out of the military, I served almost 4 years. I went to college, became an X-ray tech, then eventually a nuclear medicine tech. So that's what you see with these initials. It doesn't mean I'm an RN. I'm not a nurse. I'm a radiologic technologist and a nuclear medicine technologist. That's what those means. And this is a national license. So long story short, I did nuclear medicine for about 20 years. I did something called PET-CT, which is really advanced when you scan cancer patients, brain scans, things like that. While I was doing that, I was slowly working on my bachelor's. I got one in management and then a master's in philosophy, and then eventually a PhD in philosophy. I just got my PhD in May this year, 2021, at Claremont Graduate University in Claremont. I've lived in San Diego, not all my life, but for about, I don't know, 15 years. Love it down there. I've eventually moved to Temecula. That's where I live now. But I'm always down in San Diego surfing. I surf in Cardiff all the time. But anyways, that's a little bit about myself. So you might say I have a strong scientific background, working in nuclear medicine, and also for philosophy. That's what I love. So think about critical thinking. It's a way that we view reality. When we ask questions like, what is reality? What exists out there? You might have to start with, well, how do you think about reality? And so that's what this course is all about. So anyways, let me just give you a brief understanding. Very first thing you do when you get into this class, and I'll open it up Wednesday night, August 25th. Your class starts August 30th, but I believe you'll be able to see this class right when I open it up. So the best thing to do is the very first day of class is you have to complete a syllabus quiz. It's pretty easy. It takes you 10, maybe 15 minutes. You can take the quiz 3 times. Takes the best out of 3 scores. And then you do a getting to know you discussion forum, where I just ask you about yourself. How long you've been at Cal State? What's your major? Present a picture of the best scenario you like to relax in. But let me do this. Let me scroll down. Oh, scroll down, see if I can find where it's at. Week 1. But those are 2 easy things to complete right here. Yeah, getting to know you. So if you click on it. All right, why are you taking this class? What's your major? How many years you've been here? Post a picture, and then you have to respond to at least one other student. So it's real easy stuff. It's a social activity. And with that being said, just to let you know, I teach at Cal State part-time, and I teach at Mount San Antonio in LA County full-time. So I'm full-time tenure track professor, and I teach logic full-time. But I could teach ethics, intro to philosophy, ancient philosophy, modern philosophy. But my forte is logic and critical thinking. So that's kind of what I do professionally. But anyways, 2 assignments, super easy to do. Once you do those, then and only then, I want you to go to the Cengage website. You need to purchase Cengage, you need to use Cengage, and you need to purchase something called Mindtap. That's the software for this course. I think the quote that I just got today is $57 for the semester. So you purchase the online platform. Your name, when you register in this class, should already be populated into that. It has all the assignments for you for the semester as far as critical thinking. There'll be 7 debate discussion forums that will be in your Cougar courses, and I'll show you that in a minute. Otherwise, your homework, we'll do chapters 2, 1, 3, and 14, and I have them in different order because chapter 2 is an easier chapter to start with. It deals with language and meaning. Then chapter 1 deals with basic concepts of induction and deduction, validity, soundness, strength and weakness of arguments, cogency. Chapter 3 is informal fallacies. Those are really fun. And then chapter 14 deals with science and superstition, like evaluating theories. But that's all done in Mindtap. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. So I use a book. It's a logic textbook, but it can be used for critical thinking, logic, and symbolic logic, completely 3 different courses. But there's so many chapters in the one book that you can organize them and just use them for what course you want to teach. So I'm specifically using that book for critical thinking. And as I say down here, I don't teach this class like I would my logic class. I use different chapters. So when you see intro to logic, don't freak out. It's specifically designed for you, critical thinking. And that's about it. So if you're in my 68 class, go here. If you're in my 69 class, go there. Okay, so 43168, go here. 43169, go here. These links are specific to you and the class that you're in with Mindtap. So don't click the wrong one. Again, 57 bucks. I think it's a four-month plan. Do not get the unlimited one. That's like 100 and something bucks. You only get that if you are taking more classes that use Cengage, and then you get like a discount. Otherwise, don't take that. Yes. So at this point, on the just to show you, the very first page that you log into is your basically what's expected of you this semester. So you can see it pretty quickly. And I make it real easy for you. Week 1, there's the dates. That's what you got to do. The exact times things are due. Couldn't be more easy for you. It's like a robot, or I'm like a robot the way I've laid this out for you. So it goes chapter 2. You know, on Sunday, September 5th, that's due. And I always make all your assignments due at 11:59 p.m. I give you all day to complete it. And I'm not telling you. So let me just give you an example. You come into class August 30th. By that Wednesday, August or September 1st, 2 assignments are due. By that Sunday, September 5th, another assignment's due. You don't have to work on Sunday. You can turn this in earlier in the week. What I do on all your assignments is I open them up at the beginning of the week on Monday. You can turn it in whenever you want. I'm just giving you till Sunday. All right. So nobody tell me who's making me work on the weekend. No, that is just me extending it all the way out to the end of the week to give you more time. And I do that pretty much every week. I'll give you 2 assignments. One's due Wednesday, one's due Sunday. Wednesday, Sunday. If you see some of these days that are not a Wednesday and Sunday, it's because it's technically a holiday. So I might be a Tuesday or a Friday, but let me find one. Wednesday, Sunday. Wednesday, Sunday. Most of these fall pretty well. But anyways, there you go. All your homework you can take 3 times. And in fact, while we're at it, let me show you. This is what Mindtap looks like. When you register for an account, and just to let you know, when you register, you get the first 2 weeks for free. You don't have to pay a dime, just so that you can decide whether you want to continue in the course or not. And then after that, you have to pay. So if you know you're going to stay, just pay right away. Each chapter has sections, and you know, obviously there's a chapter test that will, this one opens up September 29th. But each section has 2 parts. One is your reading, because you might ask, well, where's my book? Well, it's in Mindtap. So you do your reading. And I will let you know that I picked this book out of many because it's awesome. Hurley is like the standard for critical thinking logic. Is just really well written. He can break down complex ideas pretty simply. He has a gift for that. So that's why I chose the book. So you go through your reading, and I always suggest do the reading once. Even if you struggle through it, just do the reading, because if you try to do your homework without reading, you're gonna fall into problems, especially since this is online. You want to maximize your longevity here. So do the reading. There it is. And then it sometimes it gives you practice exercises within the reading, whatever. Then you do your homework. And this is critical, this part, and it's in your syllabus, which I'm going to show you. It's like 4 parts of your homework. Pretty easy stuff if you do the reading. And by the way, I give you a lecture video for everything that you do. So you'll do your reading. You can either look at the lecture video that I give you first, then do your reading, or the reading first. I always recommend reading first. Then when you watch me, you will see me go through parts of your reading, work out certain problems with you. I show you how to do everything by pen. Like, I give you different examples. That way, by the time you get to your homework, you're very familiar with the concepts in these sections. So you get 3 chances, right? You do not hit this button unless you're done with, what it does is it takes the highest score out of your 3 attempts. You don't hit this unless you want Mindtap to grade your 3 possible attempts at your homework. Once you hit that, it automatically gives you the grade. So let's just say you did 1 attempt and you got a 70, and then you clicked this, it will automatically bypass your 2nd and 3rd attempt and give you a 70 for your total score. So you don't want to click that unless you are satisfied with all your attempts and the highest score you want. Then you click this, then it automatically grades all 3, takes the highest, inserts it into your score, okay? I promise you at least one person will not listen to this, but it's fine. Don't worry. If you make that mistake, you simply email me, and then I will tell you to contact Cengage. So if you're doing your homework and you accidentally log off, lose internet connection, I'm pretty sure it saves the work for you. That, or you could push a save button. Okay, so that's pretty much your life in Mindtap. All your homework's there. Oh gosh, what did I do? I clicked right out of it. Let me get back in there. Each chapter has videos, and sometimes you'll see it'll literally say, so like chapter 1, let's go here, chapter 1 videos. See, chapter 2 doesn't have videos, but it has like a flashcard section. Chapter 1 actually does have videos. These videos are embedded inside of your reading, but if you wanted to watch them outside of your reading, this is Hurley, and sometimes he uses another author. That's like the person who wrote the book doing the videos. So you can look at his if you want, which I highly suggest, and you look at mine, and you're golden. Then you're ready to do your homework. You got flashcards there. Let's see chapter 3, see what they do. There's all your homeworks. Any one of these you can click on, open it up, see when it's due. They've got flashcards. Chapter 14, pretty easy. There's only 5 sections, but this is easy. I would say the hardest part of your, let's go back to your syllabus. I would say that the hardest part of the entire semester is probably going to be chapter 1. This is your syllabus, and I'll scroll to the top, but I'll just show you. So chapter 2, not too bad. It's like our first chapter where we're getting into language and meaning and definitions. And you might be asking why, because that's the bedrock of argument and critical reasoning. You want to know what somebody means by terms. Is it vague? Is it ambiguous? Is it emotive? Is it cognitive? Like, you have to get precise. Then we move into chapter 1 where we actually start analyzing arguments. And that's when you see critical thinking practically. You see it roll out, because what are we doing when we critically think? We're thinking about statements and claims that people make about reality. We're thinking about the arguments. We're thinking about how they make them. Are they using pure philosophy, mathematics, logic? Are they using scientific reasoning, analogies? All that stuff we're going to be assessing. That's basic concepts, a little harder. Chapter 3, easier. A lot of fallacies, how not to reason, let's say, or how to reason badly. And some of these are, quite frankly, they're pretty fun, because this class that you are using fallacies right now, and you're probably not aware you're doing it. By the time we get to chapter 3, you'll be like, like the ad hominem or the straw man or the circular reasoning. There's a bunch, but this is designed to help you reason better. And then we do a movie here, 12 Angry Men. This is notoriously famous. It's an old school black and white movie, but it is notoriously famous for how not to reason and then how to reason better. And you see the jurors evolve through the movie. I've been showing it for 7 years. All my students love it. And then we get into chapter 14, Science and Superstition. That's pretty much it. How I grade you is not a normal final exam. I grade you on a final paper. And the reason I do that is I want to see how you critically think engaging with two possible sets of papers that I give you. You pick one, and there's an argument for and against. And then I want you to tell me, I want you to represent as best as you can. What is the argument for? What is the argument against this position? What position do you take and why? You will be preparing for that every other week in this class because you're going to be watching debates, and we'll get to that in a second. So that's how I assess you in your critical thinking at the very end is a paper. So you might say the first paper is 12 Angry Men, the movie, not that hard. Final exam, a little harder. All that means is you have to write more. That's it. And then these are the important dates. So chapter 2 test, the date, chapter 1, chapter 3, first paper, final paper, extra credit. So I think your final exam week ends Thursday, December 16th. I give you like 2 days to turn in extra credit. So as a whole, let me go back. This is your syllabus, and you can find it on the very front page of My Cougar. So you click that link right there, scroll down, and you can see what's due, right? If you scroll all the way down, you will see syllabus right here, okay? And I even have extra credit forms. That's for later in the semester. There's a syllabus. And so technically, I'm going to review this with you right now pretty quickly, but you have it. And as always, if you have any questions, just email me. If you want to schedule a Zoom meeting, you want more clarity on something, just email me and say, hey, I'd like to do a Zoom, but you got to do it during my office hours, Monday or Wednesday, 1:30 to 2:30, Tuesday, Thursday, 11 to 12. Once in a while, I can do it outside of those office hours. If you email me in advance and give me a time, I might be able to work with you. But we could set up a Zoom meeting. If that's the case, I'll send you a link. You log on. I could share a screen. Tell me what you're wanting to know about. I'm here to help either way. And there's my email. So this syllabus works for both sections. Again, 43168, 43169. There's that thinking man overview. So what is critical thinking and why is it important? Critical thinking is a human enterprise, and it's in the business of correct reasoning. In this class, we're going to analyze how to reason correctly. One of the ways of correctly reasoning is to use our language in a precise manner. That's why we start with chapter 2. The analysis of language is an instrument of sound thinking in morals, politics, and everyday life. This course is designed to assist students to analyze an argument, to avoid faulty conclusions in reasoning, to understand levels of meaning and kinds of arguments, to avoid verbal pitfalls, to understand the steps of scientific methods, and to identify value assumptions. Value assumptions, those relate to good, bad, and right and wrong. If you take an ethics class, they'll really go into that. But anyways, a couple questions to consider. Over the semester, we'll engage with some of these. What's the difference between an assertion and an argument? I'll give you an example. And why is it important for you in becoming a critical thinker? Let me give you an assertion. Game of Thrones is the best movie series ever. It's an assertion or an opinion, right? Here's an argument. Game of Thrones has a lot of awesome actors. It has a very sophisticated plot. It's won many awards. Millions and millions of dollars went into the filming. It's been critically reviewed and it has extremely high ratings. Therefore, Game of Thrones is a really good movie series. Now, do you see the difference between originally my assertion and opinion versus my argument? I've given you evidence, facts, reasons to believe, and what it did is it walked you into the conclusion. That is an argument. So that's what we're going to learn about in this class, like how to analyze arguments and how to think about your belief system when we do it. Like, when do you take on a new belief and when do you not? How good is the argument you're advancing? What's the difference between a posteriori and a priori argument? A posteriori, think of that like the scientific method. We use our five senses. Touch, taste, sound. It's been a long day. Touch, taste, sound. Where are the other two? Wait. Smell. And there's one more. Anyways, five senses. A priori is something like this. Touch, taste, smell. Sight. That was the fifth one. A priori is like this. You don't actually have to go out there into reality with your five senses and investigate. You could actually close your eyes and think about a concept. You could think about mathematics, 2 + 2 = 4. Even though you can see it, you can actually close your eyes and think about it abstractly and say, oh, that's 4. You could think about the laws of logic. And I know that's hard to do because it seems so abstract, but that's a priori. It just means that you don't have to experience it scientifically. It's a different kind of argument. Is one better than the other? No, they might be employed at different times for different reasons. And I'll help you to understand that as we go through this semester. What's the difference between inductive and deductive argument? Well, inductive is considered the scientific method. What that means is you never have a 100% certain conclusion. You have probabilistic, like it's more likely, or it's probable, or it's not probable. So think of a scale to 1 to 99, and in between there, you might have degrees of probability. That would be inductive. Deductive, 100% all or nothing. It is absolutely true. There is no wiggle room. It's either 100% true or 100% false. So like a 1 or a 0, that's it. There's no in between. So you might say inductive and a posteriori go hand in hand, deductive and a priori go hand in hand. I know that's a lot for you right now, but we have all semester to unpack those. How can one recognize a strong versus a weak argument? We'll see. And here's 2 quotes that I love to use as summary. Now, this is more of an ethical one, but it's pretty powerful. It is wrong always, everywhere, and for anyone to believe anything upon insufficient evidence. Wow. Clifford. He's going to make the argument you don't even have a right to hold a belief that's false. You must only hold true beliefs, because if you have a false belief and you knowingly carry it, you're willingly ignorant about it, you have insufficient evidence. So you know that you're lying to yourself. He's going to say you got to avoid that. So this quote will help us to become a better thinker. And later on, if I can remember, I'll give you the example of 21 Pilots. Actually, I'll do it now. Some of you might not like 21 Pilots. I actually love them. So 21 Pilots band name is named after a book. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's about 21 pilots in World War II that are sent out to fight in planes that are faulty. And the person who's the engineer or whatever in charge of the planes, this person knows that the planes are faulty, and he still sends them out, and the 21 pilots die. So I think it's Joe or Joey, the leader of the singer of the band. He named his band after them to remember them. And I thought, wow, that's pretty powerful. So you might say his band name has everything to do with Clifford's quote here. So like that'd be like saying, when you sell something on Craigslist or YouTube Marketplace or any other of these apps, don't sell something if it's defective and you say to yourself, well, I'm just doing it for the money. Right there, you're doing something that's ethically wrong, but you're taking advantage of somebody else. And sometimes people could lose money, get hurt as a result of that. Anyways, let's move on to the next quote. Nothing can be more important than the art of formal reasoning according to true logic. So you might say logic and critical thinking go hand in hand. Think of like a Venn diagram. Logic is all about analyzing arguments. Critical thinking is that end. How you are as a thinker, your belief system. And we'll unpack more of that when we go along in the semester. That's what your book looks like on Mindtap. Again, $57, around that price. And this is what I was showing you, that example in Mindtap, like in your homework. Don't click that button unless you're ready to grade. So this is just review. Any questions you have, call Mindtap. If you email me and say, Professor, I can't log on, the Mindtap's down. What do you think I'm going to do? Like make Mindtap come up or Cengage come up? You just wait, or you email or you call Mindtap or Cengage. So if there's technical difficulties, they're the ones who regulate the website, not me. So I'm just going to be like, did you call or text or email them? I don't know if you can text, but there might be a user function on their website. Anyways, here we go. So the requirements of this course, 40% of your homework is, 40% of your grade is your homework. So all your Mindtap assignments, I weight that the most in the class because my videos will really help you get through the homework. And technically, so let me go on. Discussion forums, there's 7 debates. They're only 10% of your grade. It's kind of weak. But from what I've had from other San Marcos students, they love the debates more than anything. I'll pick like 7 crazy ones. One of them's on near-death experiences, which, by the way, I've been published in a peer-reviewed journal. I might sneak that little article inside there. One of them, I might do microdosing on LSD, whether they should legalize psychedelics. Another one's on Taiwan and, if it's defensible or not. Another one's on Bitcoin. So some of them are fun. Another one's on self-driving cars. Each one of these debates has an argument for and an argument against. What I'm doing here, and this is to piggyback what I said earlier, each one of these debates is preparing you for writing your first paper and your final paper, but more specifically, your final paper. What you're doing is you're analyzing a position that you might agree with, but you're also listening to a position that you totally disagree with, but you're listening to their arguments and you're saying to yourself, okay, this is the position I hold, but this is the strongest counter argument to my position. And I know what it is. I'm going to try to resist it, but I know what it is. That is critical thinking. So what's not critical thinking is this. You hold a belief and you refuse to listen to any other beliefs that might cause tension to your belief. How many of us do it? We do it all the time, right? And then we have a cognitive bias. Somebody talks to us about something. It could be like, let's say you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian. Let's say you're one of those, right? And then somebody else is like, they find out that you're, a Republican or a Libertarian or Democrat, and they're like a different one of those, and they're like, gosh, and then they start judging you. But let's say you hold a position from a certain political party or some ethical issue. And you're like, I don't want to hear about it. This is what I believe. That's different from, I believe this, but I'll entertain another position. But quite frankly, I'm probably in the end going to still hold my position. But yeah, I'm open to hear what the counter arguments are. That is critical thinking, so that you're more intellectually honest. That is a virtue that helps form your character, especially while you're in college. Do you have to listen to all the counter arguments? No. But in this class, I will expose you to that. So you're going to exercise that mental skill. So 40% of your grade, Applia assignments and Mindtap. You'll see the word Applia. It's just the name of your assignments. Discussion forums, there's 7 debates. Basically, you'll answer some questions and then you'll respond to at least one other student, and then I'll grade you. All of those are in Cougar courses. Your chapter exams, those are all in Mindtap. Your first paper, that's in Cougar courses, and your final paper, that's in Cougar courses, okay? So there's your grading scale at Cal State San Marcos. And ultimately, it's my discretion whether I want to do A pluses, A's, A minuses. For me, it's a straight letter grade. A, B, C, D, E. There's no E, just kidding. A, B, C, D, F. Okay, extra credit challenge. I will link a video to your front page that walks you through your extra credit possibilities. But for now, you can only pick one, and it's due before the end of the semester. On the first one, you have to watch 2 of these movies and fill out a form. On the second one, the Scholar Challenge, they have this book in the library on reserve. It's 189 pages. You could finish it in 4 hours. It's a small book. It's really awesome. Or you could do a social challenge where you pick a live conference or debate, but I have to approve of it. That's a live one that you attend. The other one is the debate website that we use in class. You go there and pick 2 other debates that we don't cover in class, 2 additional ones, and that's extra credit. Any one of those bumps your grade up 2 notches on the final scale. So let's say you have a B plus in between an 87 and a 90, and you do a full extra credit. I bump you up 2 on the notch or on the scale. So then you would go 1, 2. So you go from a B plus to an A. Let's say you have a C. 1, 2. You go from a C to a B minus, which is a B. So I drop the minus. That's kind of how I use this scale for your extra credit. And if you don't do your extra credit, then I just eventually end up using this one. So any questions you can ask me. Student learning outcomes, you can look at those. A lot of it I've already talked about. Add drop deadlines, you can look at those. And for more, click here. It gives you the Cal State website. You can go on and look at that. Late work, I don't accept late work. I'll accept it early. If you have circumstances that you need to talk to me about, email me early and then I'll work with you. Class attendance policy. The only thing I do in this semester is I make sure you do the first 2 assignments, your quiz and you're getting to know you. Outside of that, you're on your own. If you want to stay in this class, I'm not going to drop you. You drop yourself. So I just ask you to be a responsible student. Go to the registrar's office and drop yourself if you don't want to, but that's up to you. I don't do online attendance. I don't do synchronous meetings where you have to attend Zoom meetings, nothing like that. I just give you the assignments. I'll tell you when they're due. You do them. I said, in the syllabus, I say, I'll drop you from the course if you don't complete sections 2.1 and 2.2 by the due date. You can skip that. I'll just drop you if you don't do the syllabus quiz and the getting to know you. These guys, I'm assuming you already pay for Mindtap. You will do those. And I also drop your lowest 2 assignments in Mindtap. So if you do really bad or you just skip 2 of them, they're automatically dropped inside Mindtap. So cheating and plagiarism, don't do it, or I can fail your paper. You can look at the policy here. Don't copy somebody else's work unless you cite it. You know, give them credit. Like if you use a different resource, cite it. Classroom behavior, we're not in campus, so you know, whatever you want to do on the out, you know, in your own life, that's up to you. And again, the course, what's expected of the course is pretty much everything you saw on Cougar courses, but now this is in your syllabus. Same thing, date, time. Usually it's Wednesday, Sunday night. You can turn these assignments in later. I'm just giving you for the first assignment in the week, do no later than Wednesday. The second one, do no later than Sunday. They're all right in front of you. And that's it. That's pretty much the syllabus. And you can now, and there it is again on the first page. So it's pretty redundant. And then simply you just click on each week to see what your assignments are. I know you have the syllabus quiz, getting to know you here. Then chapter 2, you have 2.1. If you click on this video, it's me.
Wow, look at this.
Well, not me. That's not me.
94% of people believe company culture is important.
Hi, I'm Joseph Komorowski.
So basically, this is me walking you through how to do 2.1. So again, just read, watch the video, do the homework, done. Repeat that throughout your Aptly assignments in Mindtap, you're golden. And then last but not least is every other week are the debates. So week 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I believe 14. First debate, week 2, you'll have a normal assignment. Oh, yeah. So this week, you have Labor Day holiday. And so what I do is I make your section 2.2 due Wednesday. And then, oh yeah, Labor Day is, you're not affected. It's just, I just put the holiday up there, but it doesn't affect what you have to do. And then discussion forum. So on that one, on your debates, you click the link down below and it brings you, and a lot of you are going to do this. You want to click that play button. You're going to say, hey, professor, it doesn't work. Don't worry. It's not supposed to. That's just a picture. You click here and then the debate loads up. Okay. So what you do is I'm asking you, did you watch the entire debate? You have to say yes, or I watched 99%. Be honest, like how much you watched. What was your vote before the debate? What I want you to do is think about it. Before you watch anything, do you agree with Bitcoin? Do you think it's here to stay? Or do you think it's just a fraud and a joke? I want you to vote no or yes. Then what was your vote after the debate? Now, after you watched the whole thing, did you change your position or not? Then which debater did you like the most for the position you agreed with the most? Why? Why did you like? There's always 2 debaters for each side. Which debater did you feel had the strongest possible argument against your position that you agreed with, and why? So meaning, who's the guy you disagree with, or woman, or whoever? Who are they? I'm sorry, what are their arguments that are against your position, and why do you think that, what's the strongest argument? And again, if this is new to some of you, you will get practice at it as we go. There's 7 debates. You'll be doing this so much that by the time you get to your final paper, you're like, oh, this is easy. You're gonna read both papers, for and against. You're gonna pick what position you want and why. You're doing this exact same thing. It's just that you're writing a paper. And quite honestly, when you do these discussion forums on Cougar courses, you're writing as well. So you're practicing writing a paper the whole time, and you're exercising that mental skill of watching debates. In order to get full points to the assignment, you will have to provide sufficient answers through 1 through 5. You must also respond to one other person in the class. You'll see that. And not just, hey, bruh, that was cool. No, get a little insightful. What did they say, and why did it make you think a different way? Or what did it make you think about? That's what I'm looking for, to engage critically. And that's pretty much it. So you have your Apley assignments, your debates, your 12 Angry Men movie, your first paper. It's real easy. It's like a few pages long. I just want to know, did you watch the movie and engage with it a little bit? And then your final paper. So that is about it. If you have any questions, just let me know. And again, on the very first page, if you scroll down, there's a syllabus that you can download right here. Other than that, I hope this video was helpful. Reach out to me if you want or need anything. I'm here to help. And that's about it. We'll talk soon.